Hi folks, my name is Allie D'Andrea. Welcome back to another episode of Source to Smoke. Today we are grilling up lobster on our Oklahoma Joe's Rambler tabletop grill. This recipe is so delicious, it's easy, it is one of my go-tos for lobster, so let's jump right into it. To get started, we are going to fire up the grill. Tonight I am cooking on the Rambler tabletop grill. I love this little thing for so many reasons. It's really versatile, and because of the way this grill is set up, I'm able to create a direct heat zone and an indirect heat zone, which is really important for our lobsters tonight. So to get this going, I'm going to use a charcoal basket and get some lump charcoal going just with a few fire starters. That'll take maybe 10-15 minutes. Once those coals are white hot, I will dump them directly into one half of the grill, leaving the other half completely bare. Now what this does is create those two heat zones. So the direct heat zone is where the charcoals are. It's the hottest part of the grill, and that is where we will first sear our lobsters. Then once we have a good sear on the lobster, we can move them to the indirect heat side, and then they will continue to cook at a lower, slower temperature, a little more gentle, to bring them up to about 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Really anywhere between 140, 150 is what we're aiming for. Now it is time to prep our lobster tails. So I have two lobster tails here in front of me. These are called spiny lobsters, and we actually caught these ourselves this past weekend in the Florida Keys. We were just off the coast of Key West in some really shallow water, anywhere between 4 feet and 8 feet deep. And you dive down and you look underneath the structure that's out there. So it can be the structure of a wreckage or a coral reef or the grasses, and the lobsters like to hide out in these little pockets, and they're so much fun to catch. So we caught a bunch of them, and we're grilling up these two tonight. Now this preparation is super simple, it's super easy. It is a go-to for grilling lobsters. Like, you should take this recipe and put it in your back pocket for any time you want to grill some lobsters, because it's absolutely delicious and super simple. So to get started, we're going to cut these lobster tails in half, and then I'll coat them lightly with some olive oil and season with some kosher salt and a little bit of freshly ground black pepper. Now we'll head out to the grill and work on our beautiful herb butter. Grill is hot. I'm going to start by making our herb butter. So I'm using a cast iron pan and some gloves. Make sure you have some gloves if you're doing this, because the cast iron pan will get hot and the grill is hot, so you need to make sure that you're safe while you're doing this. But I'm going to melt some butter in the cast iron pan and then add in some minced garlic and some chopped chives and chopped parsley. I'll stir that all together and then add in some red pepper flakes, and then use that to top our lobster. So to get the lobsters going, I'm going to put them directly on the direct heat side and allow them to sear for a few minutes until I can start to see a golden sear forming, like a golden crust on the lobster. Then I'll move it to the indirect heat side and allow it to come up to about 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Look at our beautiful lobster tails. They look absolutely amazing. So I just chopped up a lemon into some little slices. I'm going to squeeze some fresh lemon juice right on top, and then we are digging in. Oh my God, look at how pretty that meat is. There we go. That is beautiful. It's opaque and white all the way through. You see those beautiful crusty grill marks, and of course some of those herbs from our beautiful herb butter. Cheers. It's so good. So perfectly seasoned. The butter is just like unreal. And I know that's such a classic taste, lobster with butter, but it really is just such a go-to perfect recipe. I must say, smoky flavor from grilling is something that you just cannot replicate. Like, had I baked this in the oven, it just would not be as good as it is straight from the grill. This is phenomenal. So I hope you can give this recipe a try as well. Even if it's lobsters that you didn't catch yourself, you will still be super happy with the way that it turns out. But that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.